Hello, Commanders fans. Today we have some hot news that you can't miss, so get ready because there's a lot of important information coming your way. Before we begin, we'd like to take this opportunity to subscribe to the channel, activate the notification bell, and stay up to date on all the news about our Washington Commanders. Don't forget to leave a like, which greatly strengthens our community and helps bring this content to the most passionate fans of the team. Now, without further ado, let's get straight to today's news. The Washington Commanders, thankfully, only have one more game to play before the end of the 2025 season. It's been a disaster from start to finish, and it would be understandable if fans had lost interest long before Coach Dan Quinn's team was defeated by the Dallas Cowboys on Christmas Day. Now the focus is entirely on the offseason. Adam Peters is beginning his third crucial draft period in charge of the team, and the pressure couldn't be greater. He needs to get virtually every decision right, especially when it comes to the 2026 NFL Draft. Peters doesn't have many options. The Commanders have 6 picks throughout the event, but only 2 of them are in the first 4 rounds, following bold trades for the excellent left tackle Laremy Tunsil and Pro Bowl cornerback Marshon Lattimore. It's not exactly ideal, but Washington's recent poor run of results ensures they could have a top 5 first-round pick when the situation gets critical. This opens doors for Peters. He could explore trade opportunities for a lower draft position. However, this largely depends on whether Fernando Mendoza and Dante Moore, should he declare himself eligible for the draft, are still available. The Commanders could also use this opportunity to find a high-level prospect with the potential to be the franchise's centerpiece, which would be equally beneficial. The Commanders' 7-round 2026 NFL mock draft begins with an elite player who makes a difference. Commander Arvell Reese has been drafted. Linebacker, Ohio State Buckeyes. Round 1, pick 7. The Washington Commanders need a defensive overhaul this offseason. Coach Dan Quinn will likely fire defensive coordinator Joe Witt Jr. after he was removed from play-calling duties. This unit also desperately needs an injection of explosiveness, dynamism, and youthful exuberance. Don't be surprised if that comes with a first-round draft pick. If Arvell Reese is still available when it's Washington's turn to pick, it will be a hard offer to refuse. Bobby Wagner's future after the season is uncertain, despite his impressive numbers. Whether he retires or seeks other opportunities, the Commanders will need a versatile player capable of playing on all sides of the field and with long-term potential. Reese offers that and much more. He is physically unbalanced, boasting the size and athleticism that Quinn typically looks for in his linebackers. He explodes on running routes, can pressure the quarterback when he wants, and, to top it off, is also developing encouragingly in pass coverage. There are no certainties in the draft. However, the Ohio State player is the closest thing to that one could get. Commander Davison Igbinosun has been drafted. Cornerback, Ohio State Buckeyes. Round 3, pick 71. In this scenario, the second consecutive player from Ohio State signs with the Washington Commanders. And even though General Manager Adam Peters has invested heavily in the cornerback position since joining the franchise, he needs more. 4-time Pro Bowl selection cornerback Marshon Lattimore will likely not play for the Commanders again after tearing his ACL. Mike Sainristil is an inconsistent defensive player, and his best position on the team is still a matter of intense debate. Trey Amos showed potential as a rookie. The duo of Jonathan Jones and Noah Igbinoghene will likely be traded when their contracts expire. A new overhaul is needed at the cornerback position, and Davison Igbinosun represents excellent value in the 3rd round. The Buckeyes prospect could have been selected much earlier, but his size and wingspan seem capable of securing him an immediate spot if he gains a bit more muscle mass. His versatility allows him to play any position on the line of scrimmage. Igbinosun needs to improve his technique and won't be able to rely so much on his physical strength in the pros. However, there's a lot to like, and the Commanders could make much worse picks at this stage of the draft. Akeem Mesidor's draft sketch. Edge rusher, Miami Hurricanes. Round 5, pick 147. Despite Akeem Mesidor having only 6 years of college experience, his trajectory continues to rise sharply. The edge rusher has been a revelation for the Miami Hurricanes in 2025, making a big impact on the opposing backfield and forming a devastating duo with Ruben Bain Jr., projected to be a first-round draft pick. Bain attracts most of the attention from opposing defenses, which has allowed Mesidor to stand out. He has taken advantage of these opportunities, accumulating 13.5 tackles for loss and 8.5 sacks. His run from the line of scrimmage is improving, as is his hand positioning to get past blocks in pursuit of the ball carrier. There are some warning signs related to injuries that need to be checked during the evaluation process. Mesidor had 2 seasons without major injury problems after his 2023 season was cut short. But if all goes well, the Commanders' need for more pass rushers makes him an interesting option on day 3 of the draft. Considering their current options, they'll need much more than Mesidor. Even so, he could be an interesting piece for the rotation, with the potential to develop even further with the necessary training when he reaches the professional level.
Keon Sabb's draft sketch. Safety, Alabama Crimson Tide. Round number 6, pick number 185. The Washington Commanders have some issues to resolve at the safety position. No one has managed to achieve the consistency needed to make a difference. Quan Martin's rise was a disaster, and the decision to let Jeremy Chinn go in free agency backfired on general manager Adam Peters. Another veteran is needed to help turn things around. The Commanders would also do well to pursue a long-term option through the draft at some point, but much will depend on how those in charge assess the development of Percy Butler and Tyler Owens. If Keon Sabb is still available at this stage, it could be a worthwhile risk to take. The Alabama prospect has the physique and instinct needed to earn a significant spot on the team. There are some serious injury issues to address, but at least he has stayed healthy this season. Commanders draft Tyler Onyedim, defensive line, Texas A&M Aggies, round number 6, pick number 200. Washington's defensive line may need some adjustments this offseason. Darren Payne's future is uncertain, with only 1 year left on his contract. Javon Kinlaw will be present thanks to his contract, but the risky signing hasn't proven successful. Johnny Newton seems to be just a specialist in pressuring the opposing quarterback. The running game specialist, Eddie Goldman, has already done enough to secure another year on his contract. Adding another player to the rotation wouldn't be a bad idea. Tyler Onyedim possesses some valuable characteristics that deserve further analysis. His solid base makes him difficult to overcome against the run. He's not the most explosive in quarterback pressure situations, but he can dominate interior defensive linemen when he gains initial momentum.
The Commanders are calling up Caden Curry, edge rusher, Ohio State Buckeyes, 7th round, pick 221. As mentioned earlier, the Commanders urgently need to bolster their quarterback pressure options this offseason. This group of players hasn't received the attention they deserve from general manager Adam Peters. This needs to change urgently in the coming months. Caden Curry may not be the most athletic, he may not have the greatest potential. However, he is a point guard with a tireless personality who inspires others around him. Curry has taken over the starting role this season and excelled. The defensive end is a force against the run, averaging 16.5 tackles for loss. His high football IQ and tireless energy have resulted in 11 sacks, so he's worth betting on with Washington's final pick in the 2026 NFL Draft.